Good morning, everyone. Hello. Good morning. Am I audible? Yes. I'm Monica from Learning and Development team at GenAI University. And I'm delighted to welcome you all to our GenAI engineering workshop from free 2 days power session. Today we have privilege to learning from two distinguished industries experts who will guide us through this comprehensive journey into the world of generative AI engineering. Allow me to introduce our first speaker, Dr. Hanu Edluri, Group Head. Dr. Hanu Edluri brings extensive leadership experience and deep technical expertise to help us understanding the strategic aspects of AI implementation in real-world scenarios. Our second expert is Mr. Naren Alam, Chief Technology Officer. With his role as CTO, Mr. Alam will share invaluable insights on the technical architecture and practical applications of AI technologies in today's industry's landscape. Together, they will take us through an exciting curriculum covering prompt engineering, learning planning, learning plans, LLMS, large language models, RAG, retrieval augmented generation, agentic AI, resume building, interview preparation, vibe coding, and much more. This isn't just about studying AI theory. Our experts will show you how to build real world applications and prepare for future ready career in this rapidly evolving field. Over the next 2 days from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., you will gain hands on experience and industry's insight that will set you apart in the AI engineering domain. Let's give a warm welcome to our industry experts and begin this transformational learning journey.
Thank you, Monica. That's quite an industry interesting introduction for us. Thank you. And good morning, everybody. And as we start here, I see there are still few more people are joining. As they're joining, we continue. As we are close to 100 people join there, and a few more will be joining. Without wasting the time, let's start the journey. I'm really thankful to you all for your curiosity. I really appreciate that, though it's a Saturday morning or college hours, you pay attention because the one thing, AI. The world is everywhere, wherever you go, people are talking about AI, AI, AI. AI is going to take away jobs, AI is going to create new jobs. What are those? That curiosity, I like it. So, in the next today and tomorrow, me and my colleague, we walk you through the entire process from understanding of a general AI to the building the application and deploying it into the uh, and deploying it. So that's where how agents are going to be created. The complete end to end. It's going to be a power packet session. Pay attention and try to learn as much as possible. And we will also see an interactive engagement we expected. All right. So with that, let me begin the session. And what we are trying to do here is adding an artificial intelligence to human intelligence, what you guys have. By you acquire certain knowledge at the college, certain skills at the college, and also you experience it by doing some things and your interests, your abilities. On top of it, we are adding artificially intelligent system, how to use that to your brain so that this is going to be like a whatever you study in the college, a subject, all the every semester you got 5 to 6 subjects. All the subjects, similarly, you're going to continue, you're going to study create the content on its own. Earlier, that was not the capacity. So now, purchase the Amtangada, now where we are. Now with these capabilities of content creation is leading to an examples of today you must be hearing about ChatGPT or Cloud or Google Search, Netflix, Tesla Autopilot, Alpha, Siri, Alexa. All now what are the capabilities? One important key factor is a no knowledge transfer. If you observe here, we are in the middle of the next phase, that is one which is a that is where we are right now. Do the reasoning part, and it is also going to transfer the problem solving skills. Whenever we encounter a problem, it automatically apply its knowledge and start thinking. That's where the second phase of the AI, and it is also going to learn cross domains, create creative problem solving, emotional understanding, strategic plan, etc. All these are going to be artificial general intelligence, which is going to be from 2030s to 2050s is the prediction. So we are getting prepared with the help of agentic AI. How the agentic AI is going to be? A crew of agents are going to perform one task. One agent A is going to perform a task and transfer it to agent B. Agent B is going to perform a task on agent C. So the understanding of the cross domain, understanding of the knowledge transfers, all these things, the decision making power, everything is going to. We are at that phase right now, so we are slowly navigating to artificial general intelligence, which is AGI. The third phase is the artificial super intelligence, ASI, that is expected by end of this century, probably. So this is a completely superior to human beings. So there are the three phases of AI stages, and where we are right now in the stage one. So again, stage one is a completely no knowledge transfer, a specific task, agentic AIs. The AI is existing since way before 1940, 1950s. Till now, we are still in the first phase. All right. So we saw some examples of ChatGPT, but I told you AI. What are the different types of stages of AI? But when I talk about the stages of AI, there are so many language learning models are out there. You must be hearing. ChatGPT must be the prominent. Now I want to check it out. What are the tools or what you are aware of? You must be hearing about. Now what you are seeing is a completely a list of uh, models, language learning models. Language learning models. It is able to create the content. It is able to understand the content. So encoding, decoding. There are different methodologies when they are building the LLMs. But what is the purpose? Why do they exist? So many are there. What is the reason for that to have it? So, general AI assistant, ChatGPT or GPT-4, best overall capabilities. It can do many of the functions what you're looking for. But what is the alternative for this one? You must be hearing about ChatGPT everywhere. But the alternative, good alternative is the Claude 3, Claude 4, Claude Sonnet 4. That is the alternative. Somebody wanted to do you are saying the content also can create. Okay. When I say content creation, the second use case, what we are seeing is the programming. Programming also can be achieved. So there is a one kind of content which is built with the logic into it, with the reasoning into it, with the given conditions and specifications. All these language learning models, all these agent AI models are being trained. Some of the models are trained to write the content in the form of coding. The specialties are GitHub Copilot is everybody knows. I'm sure you must be heard about Git Pilot, where the source code is going to be managed by the industry, software industry. IDE integration. So what about the Microsoft VS Code or any of the IDEs you are using, integrate. And alternative is that there are code llamas. And also there are many other platforms like Narendra will walk you through all those while he's developing it. Next is the research and analysis part. Somebody who want to do a professor, a PhD performer who's an undergrad, who's going for a postgrad doctorate, research and analysis part. Claude can do, it can process the long context reasoning. Long context means there's something, how many, how much of information it can remember. The best example I can say, all of you must have visited at least one or two uh, malls. Most of the time, when you go to mall, that's where you get confused. You park a vehicle and go back, go to mall and come back. Many of us will try to. This is short-term memory and a long-term memory. The short-term memory, generally, this is a quickly it erases. So the context is also something which is a short-term memory. What it is being given to it, what it can store it, and what it can reply back to you. The reasoning capabilities, perplexity, which is driven by our Indian Chennai young champ, which is Srinivas. Perplexities is the product is the one. And creative writing, if somebody is a story writer or a movie director, we want to express something, or a content creator for a digital marketing brand, a brand creators, all those GPT-4, they're excellent in the quality, in the creativity also. Image generations. So we talk about the content creations. If you look at that understanding of the content, general, anything you ask, it is going to give back to you. Programming and the research and analysis part, and the creative writing part, image generation, open source, mobile or edge computing. So in the mobile also, these LLMs you can deploy the local LLMs and you can use them as a processors and a multilingual. So I think one or one languages it can support, it can interpret the languages and the scientific research and also business applications. So these are the major functions of the language learning models. If you observe, I'm trying to put a use case, whatever the content. In the previous slide, what we discussed is the what are the different stages of AI. In that artificial narrow intelligence, that's where we are in current stage we are living in. But why this is so popular? Because it's not only the analysis and insights, it is now spitting the content out. It is writing the content out. The content can be text, the content can be audio, the content can be video, with many more things. That's where the images creation, creative writing, research analysis, and programming, right? So these are the different AI models, language learning models by generative AI times by each model type. So now I would like to quickly cross check where are we and what is your understanding or I just launched a quick poll. What is your biggest fear about AI? And I request all of you to answer the one or two questions. I think three questions are there. Why you are here? What made you to come and join this session? I request all of you to start giving replies to the poll. Okay, very few are answered. Is there any reason? Okay, yeah, this will help us to understand the context setting. Why I am asking you to answer this poll is this will help us to set the context, put your answers to give answers to all your queries. Please don't mind it to answer. And I think very hardly 10% people only the participants answered. I'll be engaging. I'll be asking more and more. See, these questions will make you to at least think, even if you might not have given a thought till now, but it will make you to think. And all these questions are exclusively for AI capabilities. And end of the day, what you carry, what you take away from here is at least certain thoughts, certain experience, certain expertise. And it's not just one way of just doing it. But for the doing also you need to put in your brain and effort, your thought process. That also a critical piece. I see quite a number of people are answering as I will become too dependent on AI. Very good, but that is a choice which they picked up. Still, I think 5 more seconds, I'll close it. These questions are not like regular questions. Please understand that. Please be prepared to answer even the moving forward the questions also. So then it will help us. All right. So now I'm going to stop it here. Good. Thanks for the good response. I see. Um, 49 people have answered, and out of them, what I'm seeing is what is your biggest fear about AI? 10 people have chosen it will take my job. It's not going to take your job. It is going to create an opportunity for you to. Like when computer science came, our computers, our banks are being given computers. A lot of people thought that my bank job is going to go away. No, it created a job. I don't know how to use it effectively, but definitely we will give you the foundation for you to be how to use it effectively here and move out after the session. You will be definitely running ahead of with a clear clarity and doing well. And my classmates are getting ahead of me. Very good. I like the competition spirit. Yes, it is the good to have the see, that's that competition required. I'll become too dependent on it, and that's a question. But AI cannot do on its own unless until you have applied your brain. So your brain you're applying means you are not going to be dependent. You are using it. You are reading it. Understand. You're reading and comprehending. You must be hearing about in the school or college days. You know that how to comprehend reading a textbook, a paragraph, and answering it. So that's where, I mean, if AI could be one problem, some these are the answers, but there may be different answers, and this is where I'm going to end it here. I like mm, now. Let me continue where we are. So these are called as uh, the third one. What we discussed is the language learning models. The next one is the what are the different types? The content types. We just discussed that text it can generate articles, it can write essays, it can code, it can email, can write the stories, anything and everything. If you look at them, ChatGPT, Cloud, Google Bard, Jasper, there are many other tools also available. Many LLMs, Mistral, it can be Llama, it can be Quack, Quen, etc., etc. And yeah, and essay writing. Recording. Okay. Yeah, if you have any question, just you can type it so that then our panel members will be able to answer to everybody without disturbing the session. Yeah, and it can also create images. It can also create videos, and it can also create audio coding, coding AI, and 3D AI also. So now, if you look at the understanding what it generates, the titles here, what kind of text it is, what it generates, and what are the popular tools, and how a student can apply it. What is the quality level, and what is the learning curve applicable here? So, completely a structured way of presenting the entire content which is being generated by AI today. So now the text AI, you saw ChatGPT and all these things, the quality is a human level. So like any other person which is expert, a professional who already wrote it. It's easy to learn. Now we'll also see how to learn. And image AI, photos, artwork, designs, logos, DALI from ChatGPT. Midjourney is a different company, Stable Diffusion. It's a presentations, projects, portfolio. There are many tools are out there. Need not to be specific to these are the which we generally use them, and this is what we mentioned here. And here, professional level of understanding is required because it's images and photos and artwork is required. Videos, short videos, animations, clips, Runway ML, Picalab, Synthesia, right? Course projects and presentations also you can use it. Good, it's getting better. Images and videos are getting better, and very soon they are going to be playing a human level, reaching the human level, medium to hard. So audio AI, 11 Labs has been the leader in this space. The music, voiceover, sound effects. You can imitate any voice of anyone by training with the, even if your voice or your parents' voice, you give it to it and you can replicate it and you can create it. Like ringtones, what you generally we use, right? Podcasts, presentations, music, profession. So all the quality level, it's going to be very professional and code AI, GitHub Copilot, Replit, Code T5. There are many tools. Cursor, Code.em, etc., etc. Are there. There are many, many, many. There are countless platforms that are available. We'll show you all that. How to develop the coding, how to write the coding using generative AI tools and build an application on the fly within no time. So 3D AI models also we can generate. So now let's go to now how to ask this. Now we want to create the content, but how can I ask the content? It's not just like okay, give me the content. So somebody is saying a message, want to be, what are the techniques available? Be specific and provide a detailed, clear instruction so that then it can give you a clear, proper detail. For example, somebody write, help me with my business. Okay, most of us we write we write a prompt to the chat GPT. You must be using it and a simple saying that help me with my business, write me a resume, something like that. It is not going to do any good for you. What it requires a proper messaging. Create a 6 month social media strategy for a local bakery targeting young families, including content ideas, posting frequency, and $2,000 my monthly budget. Let me show you how this is going to be creating and what are the tools I'm going to use and how easy it is going to be. So now, I don't know whether you're aware of not. I'm not going to use ChatGPT directly. I'm going to use we use Abacus. What is Abacus? Abacus is a platform where all the LLMs, I see here LLMs, 27 LLMs are available. GPT-5, GPT-5 Thinking, Claude, Gemini, etc., etc. Right? So I'm not promoting anything here. DeepSeek too. Everybody are available. Now, basically, every LLM provides a API interface as well as the web interface, which generally you log into the web interface and You write the prompt. Now here I'm going to write the prompt, create a 6 month social media strategy for a local bakery, right? So targeting young families. So this is a prompt which I'm here. The beauty, you can choose whichever the LLM you want. Or else if you don't know why these options are, there are so many LLMs. Because in the previous slide, I explained you each LLM got its own capability. Some of them are very good at programming. Some of them are very good at research and analysis. Some of them are creative writing. So these LLMs, that is the reason, rather than me going with a single LLM, now we use a subscription abacus.ai, and with this I'm placing a request using Sonnet 4, Claude Sonnet 4. I don't know how many of you are aware of a Claude Sonnet. I'll explain in detail once it generates the content. What is the significance of this particular prompt? Just while it is generating, just let's understand. Create a 6 month social media strategy for a local bakery. Okay, what is this one here? 6 months is the number I am specifying. I am saying that this is a not a one-time plan or one-time content you are creating. You have to, there are multiple stages, weekly, monthly. So we are telling it, hey, create a 6 month strategy, not a one-time strategy. And also we are defining that it's a local bakery. And also we are defining the targeting audience are young families, young families. And also we are specifying what posting frequency. Should I do the posting every day, or is it going to be weekly, or is it going to be monthly? And what is the budget I'm going to allocate for this? So there are multiple values are being set it here, and all the data, all this content. Now if you look here, it has generated a 6 months a document for me. I'm downloading. You must be wondering why this is writing the code, because now you say executive summary. This comprehensive social media strategy targets young families between with the children, focusing on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to drive footfall, build build community engagement, and increase the brand awareness for a local bakery. With a $2,000 monthly budget, we will emphasize authentic, family-friendly content. Okay. Target audience profile. Who created this one? We defined that just the family targeted audience are. It created primary parents between 25 to 40 because their children are going to be less than 12 years. Why only 12 years? They are the ones who generally, the kids are going to be the more bakery friendly or cake interested in cakes. The secondary, grandparents, caregivers, and family oriented individuals. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah. So it got generated a 6 month strategy. I hope now you are seeing it. So 6 months social media strategy for a bakery, and the target audience profile, primary, secondary, income, interest, the pain points. To look at that, did we mention all these things? We did not mention. The complete planning is being given, and parents at the age between 25 to 40 with children under 12, grandparents, caregivers, and family oriented individuals, middle to upper middle class, 50, their income levels, household income is how much? This is what our targeted customers are. For any bakery business to be profitable. Okay, now what is the strategy? Instagram strategy, primary focus, visual storytelling, behind the scenes content, product showcases, posting frequency 5 to 7 posts per week, plus 3 to 5 stories daily. Content mix 40% product photos, 30% behind the scenes, 20% customer features, 10% educational. Key features outcomes are going to be reels, stories, Instagram, IGTV for tutorial shopping tags. So now you see this one, how beautiful it created for the platform wise strategy. Then monthly content calendar, Monday motivation, tutorial Tuesday, Wednesday wins. So customer features, reviews, success stories. So every day, divide that whole calendar into particular tasks, particular campaign types, basically, or brand communication type. 6 months, grand opening or launch, or family love, Valentine's Day, spring and Easter, Mother's Day, month 4, month 5, graduation and summer preparation, month 6, summer fun and Father's Day. So now this is the complete plan is being generated here. What is that you're expecting? KPI, key perform. How do you measure the effectiveness of the social media campaign? How many likes? How many comments? How many shares you are getting it per post? Story completion rates and save rates on recipe or tutorial. How many people are saving my recipe videos? User generated content mentions. How many people are mentioning our brand? What is the growth rate? What are the business metrics? So look, all of you got a simple, a small two-liner of what is it that we write here? A proper prompt. Create a 6 month social media strategy for a local bakery targeting young families, including content ideas. As I think earlier you were not able to see, now Abacus is the platform which I ran this prompt and I created the this is the code which is actually it is being generated. But what you are seeing is a Python code. It's written in Python. That's where our Python guru is going to come into picture, right? So now the Python code, why and all I will explain. I will come back. Now you saw the output. The output is this is the Word document. I have created a comprehensive. This is what I shown, open and shown you. The targeted audience, monthly expenditures, the tools, softwares, how much it is. So for this business planning, if anybody want to launch a business, any one of your entrepreneurs, so this is the way you need to have a planning and you need to do this. So this simple, it's going to make your life easy, which was not the case earlier with us. So now let me go to the next step in the provide context, writing an email. So better results, the is everything is in writing your prompt. What is that you write? So then break down tasks, specific formats. So if you look at this, whatever we wrote here, this is a breakdown. Breakdown means 6 months content plan. What we created is a first week, second week, third week, first month, second month. It's a breakdown. So the structure, what it is given the output and the specific format. If you give an Excel sheet and ask it bullet points or find it, and if you found a 100-page document, upload it and ask it to give me analyze that, give me the content out of it. So anything and everything, it's the techniques are different For each technique, you need to, for each output, for each task, what you want the GenAI to perform, you need to write a proper prompt so that you can get a better results. Now, persona computing. This is an advanced level of prompt engineering where persona, you are going to say that, hey, generative AI, you are my doctor, Sarah, data scientist with 15 years in healthcare analytics experience, PhD from Stanford, published 20 plus papers. Explain ML in healthcare to hospital administrator with no technical background. I want to run through this particular prompt and show you how beautiful it is going to do. Now, this time I'm going to use another tool, Cloud, I was mentioning, right? So I'm going to use the Cloud. Hey, Dr. Saras. So a strategy role play approach while maintaining AI transparency because uh, you're a hospital administrator. Concrete examples of uh, uh, what this means. We can build a system that continuously monitor patient vital signs, lab values, altering nurses 6 to 8 hours before a patient is likely to deteriorate. At one hospital I worked with, this reduced ICU transfer by 30% and improved patient outcome significantly. We just now we saw as a marketer, a brand or a business planning consultant created the next 6 months a business plan for promoting a bakery store. Now immediately now we ask the same one of the generative AI tool, Claude, you are a doctor, give me I'm a hospital administrator. I'm a hospital administrator. Explain how I don't know. I don't have any technical background. Explain me how I can do this. How can I achieve uh, ML implementation in a healthcare? That's what I asked. So the heading is predicting patient deterioration, how long the patient can survive. Optimizing staffing. This is where I can also utilize. Reducing readmissions. Patient with even though they discharged from the hospital, again they are again coming back because with a different complaint. What is that? So with the machine learning algorithms implementation, these are the basic areas of improvement which are interested by any hospital administrator. What is their interesting areas only? We are talking about it. So there is no limit of a generative AI capability. Whatever you want, it can get you done. Analyze a new product launch systematically. For example, one of you want to be um, an entrepreneur and you thought that you have a beautiful product. So multi-step reasoning model guide AI through complex thought processes. So in this case, let me show you. So end of the day, what you ask, how you ask is what matters. So this is going to be a beautifully a loop continuously. It is asking me the questions. Unless until I answer, now I don't know anything. Analyze the new product launch landscape. So once I answered these questions, then it will start giving the responses back. So there is no limit for the capabilities of a generative. That is the reason everybody need to learn how to use generative AI in doing their task. It is going to impact every career role. No one is going to immune. People who understand how to use these capabilities, how to use build the skills in generative AI, and they are the ones who are going to be the successful career. And also iterative refinement, build upon previous responses. If you remember, bagging and boosting algorithm. I believe most of you must be from a computer science. So bagging and boosting, one algorithm which gives the results, then to the next. So whatever the result set, it's going to be the input for the next iteration. And negative prompting also you need to mention so that it won't go outside. Okay. So and also template based. Okay, give a product, explain it, and template it, and then similar products also, whatever you say, it will automatically create the content in the same format. And a conditional prompting also. This is a if you but you should know the good English, good writing skills also you need to have if you want to survive. Generative AI tools understands Telugu very much. If you want the same thing for me to, because you come from, we all are from Telugu states, so majority I believe. So it can ask you any regional language you ask, it will give you the answers. So prompt engineering, let me recap the continuation of advanced and be specific, provide context, give examples, and break down the task, specify the format, and use the constraints. And in the advanced, whatever you specify the role, application, multi-step reasoning, and iterative refinement, negative prompting, conditional prompting. All these are the key specific ways of doing prompt engineering. All of you, please understand. It is prompt engineering doesn't mean that people who can write a one liner, two liners on a chat GPT think that I know how to write prompt engineering. No, that's not going to give you the expected results. So like any classroom, there are top performers because they focus, they pay attention to every detail. There are least performers too. So similarly, the people who use that, the same knowledge, AI also behaves the same way. It is all in your control and how you apply all the rules and conditions, right? Great. Now I have students from across. So, but for computer science students, what is that I have? All of you must be thinking that we are okay. Prompt engineering. You told me that the techniques. Okay, good. And now generative AI is useful. We understood that what are the different types of AI. But now I want to run one more poll, couple more polls. I want to run and see how the response is. So next 1 minute, and please reply back. Please answer my poll. Okay, good. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Whatever you feel, it's important. It's going to help me to understand. That was easy. That was a quick 10 seconds more. Like we got good understanding that many of you understand. Yes, this is going to help me. My salary is going to be better perform. And now I just launched one quick check. Where do you think we are in AI development right now? Okay. Oh. ASI is the future. This is almost like another 50 years it takes. Yeah. Very good. Very good. So, artificial narrow intelligence, artificial general intelligence, artificial super intelligence, and somewhere we are between ANI and AGI. Wonderful. Wonderful. Good job. Pretty good. Pretty good. So, by doing this, I want you to remember these are the things which are required for you to, when you talk, you should know them. So, thank you. Thank you for the response. I'm ending it now. And also, I have a, couple more. So, latest job posting analysis. What percentage of engineering jobs now mention AI/ML skills? What do you think? The second question: biggest challenge in learning AI on your own. True. I can't deny. Overwhelming amount of information. Yes, it is true. That's where you need to structure it. You need to. Can you build an AI solution for a real engineering problem right now with some help and guide? That's I like your spirit. Yeah. See, in the AI world, there are no limits, there are no barriers for information. Information is available everywhere. Till now, the education system trained you. I was on many platforms. I say that education system trained students to answer the queries. They will give you the question, students need to answer it. But actually, after GenAI times, education system need to redefine. I'm extremely sorry if there are professors and all. I'm not going against anybody, but today the students need to be trained on how to ask the questions. Answers are everywhere in the world. You should know what to ask. What is that you need to have? So the earlier traditional way of sitting in the classroom and just staring at the board and waiting for the teacher to ask the questions and going to interview and just waiting for the interview to ask the questions, those days are gone. Completely changed. Now nobody is waiting for you. Nobody is interested in you asking you questions. People are interested in what is that you did it, how much of AI knowledge you are able to utilize and build the solutions. So try to build as much as possible. That's a good response. That's a good response. Thank you so much. So the education system is getting redefined, and all of you don't chase the VIP questions, VVIP questions, questions they will give you. I need to answer. No, those days are over. Those days are over. So now everything is AI is in your hands. Now what we are trying to do here is we want to showcase you how to do it, how to use it, how to build the systems, what is the potential it, how easy it is, so that then we want to build the confidence in you, so that then you can do wonders. So with this, let me get back to uh, my continuation. So I'm a computer science graduate. You must be having doubts. Okay, what is that I can do using GenAI? Code generation debugging. Debugging is the biggest task in any development. Any error comes, you don't know what is the reason. The diagnosis is the first step in treatment of any disease. Remember, for a doctors also the same thing. What I say. Treatment can be done by anybody. Diagnosis is the first step. So that's where the debugging is nothing but a diagnosing. So code creation, diagnosing, algorithms, explanation, data structure visualization, software documentation. These are the academic applications what you can think of. You are learning something you did not understand. Ask it. Go to the system and say, hey, GenAI and ask it, I don't understand this. Can you please explain me? Adiguru is GenAI today. It contains the global knowledge. People might say that it is not accurate. A variation of accuracy or a small mistakes is better than not knowing anything. And do we know it? We don't know it. But having at least out of 100 percentage, 5% or 10% variation, 10% deviation mistake, that is okay. But it is in the process you are learning. It is a handy for you. You are the student, it is a companion for you. In every classroom, you did not understand whatever, just ask it. Hey, I did not understand. I am so and so graduate. This is my syllabus, and I would like to create an academic plan. My examination, I need to prepare an examination plan. Ask it. Now the project development. So generative AI, you can apply if you're a computer science, web or mobile application development, AI, ML models creation, database designs, automation, API development, game development, prototyping, everything. Industry, interview coding practice. You must be giving earlier coding exercises from major big companies. System design preparation, open source contribution, portfolio product generation. So, by doing all these activities, you are preparing yourself for the industry ready. What is the final advantage of doing all these things? You are the one who is going to be the most demanding in career by every company. The expected salaries are going to be not 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, or 4 lakhs. At least 15 20 lakhs is going to be 15 to 30 lakhs LPA is going to be starting your salaries. And startup, if you have any funding opportunities, global access is there. People who have that strive to achieve, people who want to grow, people who want to prove themselves, you are not short of anything. You have everything in your hand. So that's the reason computer science graduates. But is it only for computer science? No. I have for all others also. For IT, we'll share the presentation and the recording also. You guys can repeatedly watch it and understand it. So, for information technology, well, for them, cloud network security and data analytics, systems design. These guys are also very demanding in because um, Narensa will teach you all those Microsoft Azure or AWS, how to deploy from there to during these regular trainings. You do end-to-end job for that. Beautiful job. At least you'll be learning two cloud environments, right? So the similarly, but now application for a code writing. We're talking about IT and information technology. Somebody engineers how I am going to write the code. What is that code structure? If you look at the domain, specific techniques, example prompt, expected output, industry application skill requirements. Writing line by line code is over. That's dead. That's not anymore. You will be given a task. You are going to write the code, and within minutes, it is going to be generated using AI. There are interviews which are happening currently where they will give you the code and they will ask you to use the AI tools and do the reverse engineering, create the test cases. So there is no limit to ask the question. So don't expect that everything is going to be cakewalk and those days are over. And corporates are looking for a more experienced people who have a professional skills. In the sense they built, they contributed something for the society in the form of, if you look here, what I mentioned, open source contribution. That's where the society contribution is going to be. So you build it. If you want, I can show you one of the prompt. Let me take as senior software engineer now. Write a Python code that implements REST API for user authentication. Use the Flask framework. Include input validation as a proper error handling. follow PEP 8 guidelines, include function comments. So now I'm just taking this prompt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to request the, so guys, just understand this module implementation API for user authentication. That is the project, the code request what I ask for. User registration and login endpoints. API I need to create. JWT token based authentication. Input validation and error handling. Password hashing for security. PAP8 component code structure. So just 30 seconds, hardly 1 minute. How many lines code it generates? So every function is being generated. Unlog out, health check, log out, get profile, right? So login, register, not found error, 404, internal error, 500 errors, require authentication function, verify JW token. If it is invalid, invalidate it. Log out, JW token. So if you have to write validate user input, if you are basic validations, missing required fields, right? So what kind of pattern is allowed for the email, the validation criteria and validation pattern, right? Hope all of you know this. Validation error message, authentication. So now if you look here, API register, user registration, these are the endpoints and how to do it, mentioned here. That's it. Copy and paste it, the application is over. Guys, it's a magic wand in your hand. How you utilize is what matters. And let me take you to the next quickly so that I'm running out of my schedule time, my given time. So you can create data analysis, you can create a marketing content, you can create, sorry. So these are the different content types for if you want to be a software engineer. But what about the next? From ECE background? No problem at all. You also have something for you. Career advantage, let's look at it. 5G implementation jobs are there. Semiconductor sector is growing very much. You have got a very good opportunities in your core sector, hardware, software integration roles. So, academic applications, project development, and industry preparations. This is what you follow, and you will be in the best place using GenAI. End of the day, whatever we are teaching, it's your academic interest, and we are in line aligning with the industry alignment and how to use the generative AI tools so that then you can be effectively understand what the future is going to be and how you can be better. In spite of me showing you all these, if you are not able to get it, then you are not serious about it. That's all. If you are serious about it, everything is a completely detailed. Aritika will Telugulo. So that's how it is there. Next, MEC, the core, our friends, they always have a challenge. I don't get jobs in my core. No problem. You also have opportunities now. So whatever thermodynamics problems, CAD drawings to an academic point of view, as well as the project development and industry specification, CAD software proficiency, simulation tool expertise, manufacturing from MATLAB to everything, quality management systems. For mechanical also, you can utilize the GenAI. For electrical engineering, renewable energy sector, EV vehicle sector, power generation companies, there's a huge demand. If you look at the electrical appliances at home and the kind of revenues, energy sources, they are becoming innumerable. So it's a huge opportunity for them also. Use generative if you are really interested in core systems. We can create a complete plan for the industry specific. So this is the outlines I have given. Use these outlines and ask the generative AI tools, create your own learning paths in those specific areas, build your profiles. And also civil engineering, okay, and infrastructure development boom, smart cities initiative, government sector opportunities, international construction projects. See, I'm looking at only the outcome of using generative AI tool for a civil engineering graduate. So irrespective, whether you are a civil engineer, whether you are a BTech, whether you're BSc or BCom, many of you think that education qualification makes a big difference. No, how much you can apply, or what skills you are able to build, what you are able to showcase is what matters. So that is the reason, right? Automated engineer, EV, autonomous vehicles, right? This is the core sector. EV vehicles, autonomous, and biotechnology also. Healthcare industry is growing very rapidly for biotech engineers, pharma opportunities, agriculture innovations, and research institutions roles, and also for chemical engineering, pharmacy, and petrochemical, environment consulting, biotechnology opportunity. This is where different various engineering grads, because we thought these are all engineering grads. So for all of you, you are not short of anything. You got everything. Generative AI make you more powerful. You are not going to be. Let's do the a quick check what we have right now. And I am running. I'm just starting a quick poll. Request to all of you to just give an answer. I'm not seeing active engagement. Is there any reason? See, the world is so big. Opportunities are so big. Don't think like you are next to or within your family. You don't have to compete with the person who is next to you only. The global competition is so much. So open up yourself. The world is in your hands. So what is that you need to know is how to utilize that, how to create the prompt engineer prompts, and how to utilize for your job role. Though write the prompts in a way which is going to help your career. So whether you are a professor, whether you are a PhD or a student, whatever the career path, there are no limits. Nobody is going to stop you. You're never going to say that I did not get the right advice. The same advice, whatever you are saying, some of this, I have no idea. Say the same thing to the generative AI. Hey, I don't have any idea. Now I want to learn. Where to begin this project? I don't know. This is the project. But definitely I'm telling you, it's going to be a big brother for you, and it is going to be a big companion in your life. Nobody is going to be with you except the AI tools, which is going to be virtually. It is going to be back of you. It's going to support you. Great. So majority of you are aware that already companies are asking for AI skilled candidates over traditional ones. Traditional ones means line by line code writers. Now, what is the prompt I gave? How many lines of code I generated? Boom. Put it into the project. My implementation is done. But that is the one page. It's not divided. There is no architectural thinking. There is no scalability thinking. That's where Arensa will teach you architectural thinking, how to develop and how to be scalability into consideration. All those aspects is going to teach you. And I'm sure, and most of you see, everybody we want to see that successful. Successful, the world is waiting for you, and this is the right opportunity. Why? Because generative AI made everybody in the world at an equal, brought in the equal level playing field. We call it as. Earlier, America had the advantage of technology, but today the same technology you also have the advantage. The beauty is English speaking countries after America are India is the biggest population with the with young population with English speaking and mathematical background. So opportunity is going to be much bigger, and don't think that this is the end. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Great beginning. Opportunity is so big. All right. Thank you so much for this quick response. And yes, you understood what the competition, and also I just want to see one other check. Are you how much of are you using any of GenAI tools? What kind of tools are you using? Are you using free tools? Are you using paid tools? And is it really worth for you to pay use the paid tools? So that then, yeah, many of us are stuck at free tools. I see the response, but free tools will limit your time. It will let you to do something, and after that, it will ask you to wait. It will also let you to choose the models of limited, but the paid tools will allow you to do much more. Make it as a practice. Whatever the tool of your choice, put that, spend some time every day, 15 to 20 minutes, half an hour if possible, then you're going to talk to yourself. So I see that responses of many of you are, these are the points which are going to help me to understand and make you to think through what is right. And so that then your responses, the more the responses you give, the better I'll be able to answer, and so that it's for you, for your good. It's not for me. So you are saying, you are sharing your approaches. I'm telling you what is right for you, how it can be better, right? All right. Thank you very much for this also, for this poll also. I just ended, and I spent enough good amount of time to create these kind of the question is, so that then you will be carrying or involved in doing something. Okay. So now where are we? Let's see. Let's see. So the overall market data shows that reality check that will change your life. The shocking truth about the future is 74% of Indian professionals worry AI will replace their jobs. But AI is creating 2.73 million new tech jobs in India by 2028. The question is, will you be the one replacing AI, or will you replacing AI? Will AI replace you? Just carry this question to your home. And the wake up call is, while your peers panic, smart students are already building AI skills and commanding 40% higher salaries. This is something which all of you want to pay attention and get it, right? So, with this note, and I'm happy to conclude. And, there are a few more, but the time is the constraint. And I thought of again we will reconnect, and we'll do future. And I would like to hand it over to Naren sir. So, with the one last quick check, reality check. So our job is to make you understand and the potential, opportunity, and yeah, yeah, wonderful, wonderful. I'm really happy to see this kind of response. Yes, we are here to ensure that everybody, whoever have put right efforts, will get right opportunity. You spend time, you invest your time, boom, you are going to be land with at least 8 to 10 lakhs package. How to use, how to utilize the generative AI and build the code. Whatever I showed you, the coding part, that's the prompt engineering side. There are other tools where complete project is going to be with architectural designs and all. Alinsa will guide you there. And thank you so much. That's wonderful. And nice to meet you all. So I think sharing. Great. So that's all from my side. And dear Python Guru, it's all yours now.
Thank you, sir. Can you hear my voice, all of you?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thanks for a fantastic ground that you have given. So I think now everybody must have an idea of what is the breadth of the entire AI as of now, and how they have to get ready and how they have to prepare themselves. I think I hope everybody understood. So from my side, I'll go in a little different way. So I am not, I haven't prepared any presentation for you. I just want to show you. Seeing is what believing is. Doing is what gives you confidence, right? So that's what I want to do. So are you getting any noise from my side? Any background noise?
Yeah, all clear.
Is it clear? Please let me know.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, fine. Some construction is happening outside. Okay, so cool. Let me share my screen first. Hmm. I think before going to that, I just start sharing some. Okay. So what we are talking so far, what we are listening so far, is the overall the breadth of the AI engineering. So why this is called as AI engineering, then simply see machine learning and regular application development both are the past. Okay. So you guys are here right now. One good thing about AI engineering is AI engineering is all about application development only. So you have to get prepared well to get into this AI. What exactly is AI engineering? So you guys might have heard what is machine learning, right? And you know what is application development. So application development and machine learning are till 2021, 2022. So regular application development is like particularly the backend development with Python, Java, the front end development with React, mobile apps, and cloud deployments. This is the trend that's been happening, right? And in fact, from the last 10 years, people are into mostly not people, particularly companies, they have focused mostly on the uh, data engineering. So data became like a treasure. So a lot of businesses, they are getting huge business insights. They are extracting from the data that has been generated as part of their applications. So this is what the trend so far. And since 2020, 21, suddenly we got a moment called ChatGPT moment. Everybody is talking about ChatGPT is doing so many things. ChatGPT is going to replace the jobs. And if it is doing all the job, what is our job? Okay, so these are the things. A lot of, in fact, it is. People say that these are all these are myths. Some people really believe in that, but there is the truth. The truth is, you guys have to get adopted to every new technology, right? Almost 30 years back, computers were not there. So they evolved and people started adopting it. And almost like from the last 15 years, mobile applications are playing major role in most of the business successes, right? So today morning, you wake up, you go to, give me one moment. So every day morning, what you guys do is like, usually people who are in cities, so they wake up, they order breakfast in Swiggy, they go to office by Uber or Ola cabs, and if they are going visiting any remote places, they usually book their stay with Oyo, right? And if they want anything, so they now people are booking everything using Blinkit or Zepto. So things are just getting like that, right? You're able to get things just like that. So this is the trend where all the businesses, they are capturing user spending patterns and user behaviors, and they are utilizing that data, and they are applying machine learning algorithms, and they are forecasting and predicting what the particular user is going to buy in the next month, next day, next hour. So this is what how the businesses are actually affecting people through the mobile applications and web applications, right? So this is where we are. They are using a lot of machine learning and all that. And what exactly this chat GPT thing is? Okay, I just want to start with that. Then we'll go to the basic LLM, how it works and how different it is from a machine learning model. And then I'll show you how to do the prompt engineering using some local LLMs, and what is required for you to start AI engineering, what are the prerequisites, then followed by, I will show you some setup which I do every day, which I work with every day, how I generate code, how I don't type the code. Okay, this is what I'm going to show you. So let me share my screen once again. I think you guys are able to see my screen, right? Fine. So usually we have regular software engineering where you write programs, right? A program has input, a program has logic, business logic, and a program has output, which usually you don't know. So when you have input X and you have a system called S, and you need to know what exactly is the output. This is what a regular program works like, right? You write the program, a deterministic program. So you have a predefined set of steps, then you provide the input, you'll get the output, right? Machine learning is completely that works exactly in opposite direction. You have input X, you have output Y. What you need to identify is the system which satisfies this input and this output. Okay, so you will fit the system for that output and input. Okay, so you do a lot of mathematical analysis, in fact, it is called as statistical analysis, and you identify proper patterns which are actually causing Y. So here, this is Y, right? And you train with multiple inputs. These are the inputs, and this is what I'm expecting: Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4. So ultimately, after some fine tuning and refining, you will get a system. This is what the traditional machine learning, ML, and a little bit different, which is deep learning. So deep learning basically use a completely different set of techniques, which are mostly the system is completely built with the cognitive system of human brain, the way how human brains and neuron works, so which are called as neural networks. you train, instead of training with these mathematical formulas and mathematical weights, what you do is you you make the system understand the regularly identified patterns. For example, in deep learning, the best example is you keep on giving cat images. For example, there are 100 cat images. You tell the system that this is cat, this is cat, this is cat. After 100 images, when you show a cat, one more cat, which is not in that those 10, 100 images, it will identify based on the number of rectangles, triangles, circles, dots, lines, based on these identified patterns. If it is almost nearest to a cat, it usually predict that is a cat. So it happens in multiple layers, which are called as neural network layers. In the first layer, it converts the image into triangles and rectangles. Then it slowly it identifies that into a particular shape. Then it goes to it try to identify smaller components like tail and eyes and all that. So then in multiple layers, it identifies a cat. So this is the traditional machine learning and deep learning. Okay. The next one is what we are talking about is LLM, large language model, and we'll see how it works, and I'll show you exactly how we get the output and what are the parts inside and how do you interact this LLM using various tools. Today I'm going to show you and give you an overall idea of what are the tools usually we use in production. And tomorrow I'll give you a complete detailed programming rundown. Okay, so that you guys also experience whatever I'm doing. So today mostly I want to go with the tools. Okay, before that let's talk about LLM. LLM is a large language model. Why it is large means usually the data is trained in number of if you take the gigabytes, probably 1 TB of data is usually provided to these deep learning or machine learning models for training. But when it comes to LLM, they have given the most of the data which is available in the internet, which will be in terabytes and petabytes. Okay, most of the text they usually train. Uh, and there is a specific model called a transformer, and there are so many types of deep learning architectures like CNN, convolutional neural networks, recurring neural networks, and we RNN, CNNs. We have so many. BET is one more model. Various types of LLM, deep learning architectures, which are popular so far. In 2019 and 18, so they invented a new architecture called transformers. So which has, I'm not going into details of the transformers. So which is the architecture which revolutionized this entire AI. So what exactly the difference is when it compares to the before models? When you are trying to identify, when you're giving a bunch of images, these are the cat examples, somebody has to tell that this image is a cat image, this process is called as tagging. When you have 100 images, few of the images are cat images, few of the images are dog images, few of them are horse images, for example. Somebody has to manually sit and they have to identify first, this is cat, this is horse, this is dog. So then only you train, and then once you give any unidentified pick, it automatically classify that this is a horse. This is mostly looking like a horse, right? This process is called tagging. This is basically very expensive process. When it comes to LLM and transformer model, the data which has, you might have heard all these words like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and all that. Okay. In supervised learning, you have to tag every image and you have to give, right? In unsupervised learning, usually it identifies, it basically categorizes the data. And there's a third kind of learning, which is called as self-supervised learning, which is very, very popular. You don't need to tag. The data itself has the tag. So what is an example for that is capital of England is, so this is a line, right? Capital of England is London, right? So this particular line if you train the model, if you train the transformer model with this text, what it is capable of is it can identify the missing word. In future, if you write something like capital of something, it identifies what is the nearest word which is going to come after capital of. It might be England, it might be India, it might be America, right? So whichever is most frequently used, that will identify that particular word. Okay, not only in the middle, even when you type up to capital of England is, it automatically comes with the most next probable word. Okay, so this particular method is called auto-regressive transformers. This is the technique which is behind the success of ChatGPT. So this particular concept is called completion. Okay, completions are nothing but predictions. Okay, usually in exploratory data analysis and predictive analytics, we call it as a predictions. But here in LLM terms, we call it as a completion. So we call it as a completion, and these completions are the core part of every LLM. Okay, so this is a simple theory behind LLM. So LLMs are trained with huge volumes of text, in fact, enormous volumes of text. And this text, it can complete by itself. Okay, so that is how it is basically predicting. So when you are asking a question, what exactly it is doing is, so what is the most relevant information which is basically related to this particular question? It identifies and fetches and it generates. There are two parts in any LLM architecture. The first one is instructions. The second one is dialogues. Okay. So all these instructions means the text. So they have actually trained all these LLMs with huge number of books in libraries and a lot of newspapers, a lot of blogs, articles, and text in the internet. In fact, text in the charts, something like Stack Overflow. They have trained all these LLMs with such amounts of information. And when they're giving any instruction, see, instruction is something like a simply in English line, which can actually relate itself to other information which it got trained. Okay, for example, this information is trained fine, but how it is exactly stored? So this information is stored in a way, for example, when I have given three words like dog, let's say dog, pet, and tiger. For example, I have trained this LLM with these three words. So this is how it stores. For example, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is z-axis. It stores pet and dog so close and tiger somewhere here. This is how it basically stores all these words with a specific distance. Okay. Why the pet and dog are almost at the same place? The reason is most of the pets are dogs, right? And whenever you see the text in any journal, any book, any article, anywhere, any text, usually pet and dog are almost, they come into similar paragraph. Okay, so this is called as the semantic relation. Semantic means the meaning. So dog is mostly, sometimes people mention, I mean, they usually mention it that, so my pet has some health issue. Mostly it is dog, right? Some people also have pets, cats as pets, but mostly it is dog. So this is how the information is stored. So this particular process is called semantic analysis and semantic storage. So this is part of the instructions. So once you write a single line of text, LLMs will generate whatever is the completion that is required. Good. But how it is really interacting like a human being? So that is where the dialogue comes. Okay. A lot of chart question and answers also have been trained to these LLMs. So that is the reason they are speaking like human, right? They have trained all these LLMs with Facebook charts, WhatsApp charts, most of the charting examples, which includes Skype charts. So whoever is the company, they usually sell this data. Most of the public data usually they sell. That is how they got trained. That is the reason they're actually, once they do the completions and generating the text, they're actually converting that text into dialogue, the way how human speaks. Okay. So this is the technology behind an LLM. Okay. Now let's see. So how I usually do, okay, I'm a developer. I've been working in the IT industry from the last 21 years. It's my 22nd year. I do architecting, I do designs, I do coding. At least 2 to 3 hours every day I do the coding. Okay, so from the fresher in the college to a principal engineer and a solution architect in the industry. So what we are actually doing these days with these tools. Again, share my screen. Yeah, fine. So this is my laptop. So what I do is I just want to open a terminal. If you guys are familiar with Linux, okay, so most of the developers use Linux or Mac systems for development. I'm showing my MacBook. What I do is I'm not using ChatGPT like you. I'm not using Gemini. I'm using my local LLM, which is called as Olama. Okay, so you can actually go to the website, Olama website. So most of the people's knowledge, particularly students, their knowledge is very restricted and limited to ChatGPT and Gemini or Cloud are very few LLMs. And as we are developers, we have to explore all the available models in the market. Okay, so this is Olama website. Llama means it's an animal. Okay, so these are the models which are recent models. You can find hundreds of models here. Okay, so the way how you have to download is just download here. You also see a GUI like this. Where is the GUI? So this is my local hosted LLM. I think this one, yeah. So these are the models I have downloaded to my machine. Okay. So I just want to make this session as interactive as possible because we have less time. We have 20 more minutes. So what I do is you guys have to answer my questions, say yes or no. Okay. Where are you? Hmm. First of all, how many of you are faculties here? Just please say yes in the chat. If you are a faculty, you can please say yes in the chat. No one. All of your students. Okay. So how many of you are fourth year students? Fourth year. Just type your answer as yes or no in the charts. I want to see how many of you are fourth year. Please answer quickly. Okay. Fine. So all of them I can assume third, second, first years. Okay. How many of you are having a laptop? A laptop with minimum 8 GB RAM. Just want to see. So tomorrow, you guys have to open your laptops because this is a workshop, right? We have to code. I think almost if you everyone, yeah. So laptop is a must. Okay. I think I got it. I think most of you guys are having laptops. If you are having a laptop with 8 GB RAM, that is enough to run an LLM locally, and you can build RAG systems, RAG systems. I'll explain what exactly is that, and you can actually write agents also. But to get into that level, you guys have to understand how to do the prompt engineering first, then how to use vibe coding tools to generate the code. Okay, so again, to do the prompt engineering end and also the vibe coding, first of all, you have to understand what is coding, right? So I explain, first of all, I show you. So we have 15 more minutes. For the next 10 minutes, I'm going to explain the tools, okay, what I do so that you enjoy the flavor of development with Alama and how to get into that level slowly. So that for that we need planning. Okay. Okay. So what I do is, I think everybody can see my screen, right? So I have Olama installed in my machine. So this is the GUI version. If you install, it automatically has a command line version and GUI version. Okay. So this is my local LLM. It's not ChatGPT. I'm not paying anything for ChatGPT or Gemini. Okay. So this is GPT OSS is open source model. OS means open source. GPT ChatGPT is this is 20 billion version, 20 billion parameter version. Okay. So I want to ask some questions here. Like explain binary search. Why it's taking time? It should not take time actually. Mm, ah, my entire video got stuck.
Just give us 2 minutes, joining us again. Yeah, meanwhile, I'll take few calls, few questions what you guys have. I think Pavani, Sai, Priyanka, Rai, she want to ask some question. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, you can unmute yourself. Yeah, unmute.
You can hear my voice, right?
Yeah,
Now?
we can hear you.
Okay. So, fine. What's the time now? So we have just 10 minutes. Okay, let me just give you an introduction of what we do with the local models. And you can actually install Olama, GUI, and CLI tool. And these are the various types of models. I'll explain that tomorrow. And by taking a simple model, for example, if you look at this one, the Quen, not this one, let's take something very small and which you can install and run tomorrow. For example, let's take Mistral. You can run this model directly like this. I explain quicksort algorithm with an example in Java, let's say. So this is a simple local model, which is like occupying just 4 GB, so that most of you guys can use this model. Okay, so you can come out like this. And it is a simple raw LLM. Okay, so there is a huge difference between ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, and all that, and this simple local LLM. So if you really want to use this effectively, so we have one more tool called LM Studio. Okay, so you guys have to install this. Its name is LM Studio, and download any model which fits into your system. My machine is having 48 GB RAM, so I can literally install most of the smaller models and go with something like this, Quen 3, something in 4 GB, 5 GB. Okay, there are so many models which are available, particularly in LM Studio. There is a search button here. You can actually search for all the latest models from various model providers. Okay. Basically, Gamma is from Google, and Quen is the set of models from Alibaba, right? Llama is from Meta, which is Facebook. Pi is from Microsoft, and obviously this GPT OSS is from OpenAI. So you can use all these models. Just you can select and download. Before you are downloading, just select whichever the model. If the size fits to your RAM, download that. So my suggestion is a small model, which is basically called as Quen 3. Okay. This is around 4 GB. I think it fits into most of you guys, your laptops. And how to run this? Just forget about Olama for now. You guys can go with LM Studio and install LM Studio. Its name is LM Studio. Search for the model and download. Once you download, you have to select that model. Okay. So let's see Quen 3 4 GB model. Just load it. So this is your local LLM. Basically, you can start creating new searches. So why we are discussing this is you guys will understand what exactly an LLM, how you can actually uh, configure it based on your needs and how you do the programming with these LLMs. So there are so many parameters like temperature, top K, top P, and all that. Forget about that for now. And how to utilize this locally. Hi, it's a thinking model. Basically, it can reason about what you are asking. For example, explain me about shell sort in C++. Okay. And I'll give you one beautiful prompt. You understand the power of prompting. It is thinking too much, right? Let it think. We can actually restrict its thinking ability also. For now, let it be. It's taking too much time, right? Leave it. So we'll take with some other example, some other model. So the idea is, I just want to show you the tools that we use. I just want to finish this in next 5 minutes. So there are various types of charting applications and charting LLMs, chart-based LLMs. The first one is GPT, right? You guys, all of you guys are aware of this. And there are multiple modes of this. One is instant answering and second one is thinking. So in LLMs, we have two types of models, thinking models and generation models. Okay, thinking models are also called as reasoning models. This we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, and we have Claude, which is basically from Anthropic. Anthropic is basically powered by Amazon. This is very good at Anthropic models are very good for coding. Particularly Anthropic Sonnet 4 is very good for coding. We use that for our day-to-day activities. And the next one is Perplexity. Perplexity is the tool which I use to gather the information, which is latest information in the internet. Okay. For example, AirPods 4 versus Sony WF1000, whatever it is. Okay. So this is reasonable. Which does a lot of reasoning on the current data. Okay, so this is latest information and how it will also come up with the product pages and all that. Okay, so when you want to buy, when you want to take a decision for buying, this is the best chart LLM. So I just have introduced three. The fourth one is Gemini, definitely. So that also, I mean, Gemini doesn't have desktop application. So I usually use all the four for various reasons that I'll explain tomorrow. And when it comes to coding part, what I do is I use GitHub with Copilot and I mostly use Cursor. And we have Windsurf, we have Kiro, we have so many vibe coding IDs. I particularly prefer Cursor. And tomorrow I'm going to show you how exactly you do, how you build an application in just 15 minutes. Okay, that's what tomorrow's session is, with the help of these online LLMs. Okay, so I have multiple IDs here. Kiro is from Amazon, again, Windsurf, Cursor, and Copilot. Apart from that, I also use command line versions, particularly Claude. Let's go to the AI. And Claude. So I just start coding here in the command line. So this is purely focused development coding agent, and we'll discuss what is agent also tomorrow. Okay. So, I mean, before wrapping up, so these are the tools I use. Usually, I want to introduce all of them today as we have less time. So, I want to wrap up with one small prompt. For example, you take this chat GPT, right? Usually, you guys ask questions like very vague, explain me this or generate code for that, create a fast API or Django or Spring Boot API with these requirements. These are the questions usually you ask, right? But asking a chat GPT or any LLM with the proper prompting, how powerful it is. I just give you one prompt. So this is the prompt. What exactly it is I'm asking it to become my computer science tutor. Okay. So it will become my tutor. I have given proper prompting instructions saying that, yes, first of all, ask me what is my name and what are my interests and what is the subject that you want to learn, and explain me each and every main topic in that. And while you're explaining, just please make sure that I learned that particular concept, and give me a set of questions to answer and verify and evaluate me. So that is a large prompt I have given. This prompt will not leave you if you type this prompt and give it to any LLM, ChatGPT or Gemini, it will not leave you at least for 1 hour, okay, until you learn something. So that is the power of prompt engineering. Okay, so hi, let's start simple. What's your name and what topic would like me to teach you first? My name is Naren. I want to learn Python, let's say. So a little bit about background of programming. For example, you have written any code or this is the first time. What is your experience with Python? I said, I am beginner. Is there anything that you're interested in particularly? Apart from, see, just want to make this session very interesting. So probably movies, Marvel movies, what you're interested in, Marvel movies. Awesome. Okay. Let's begin step by step. First, I want to check, have you already installed Python in your computer? Do you want me to guide you through installing? I have installed. So please open text editor, like see how it is instructing me and teaching me. I have given a very decent prompt. The prompt is not, it should not be like, 3, 4 lines. So because as we are take it granted, I mean, okay, LLMs will understand everything. They understand, but how to make use of these LLMs, how to get the things, any complex things done, you guys have to be in detail. You have to write the prompts. And there are so many techniques. Tomorrow, I'm going to start with prompting techniques, each and every technique, and how we generate code, how we make sure that code has the quality, and what are the things that we can do, we can actually achieve with the help of these prompting techniques and also LLMs. Okay, that's what our tomorrow's agenda is. Anyway, today we have mostly covered the broader spectrum of what are the LLMs, where areas where we usually use these tools. Okay, tomorrow will be mostly hands-on. I think most of you guys are at home, right? Not in the colleges. So try to attend the session and make your laptops available with you. Okay. So that is from my side. We'll continue tomorrow. And sir, any closing words?
Yeah, I think Monica.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you all for your active participations in day one of our Gen A engineering workshop, pre-2-day power session. Today, under the guidance of our esteemed experts, Dr. Hanu Yedluri and Mr. Naren Alam, we explored key aspects of generative AI, gaining valuable insights into its strategic importance, technical foundations, and real-world applications. This is just a beginning of our journey. Tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., we will continue with even more exciting sessions, including deeper dives into LLMs, RAG, agentic AI, and hands-on applications that will further strengthen your AI engineering skills. We sincerely thank our speakers for sharing their expertise and all of you for your enthusiastic participations today. Let's carry this energy forward and come prepared for another insightful sessions tomorrow.
I have somebody have a question, it seems. Ms. Pavani, please unmute yourself. Ms. Pavani, we are not, please unmute yourself. She got some question, I think. You please unmute yourself, Ms. Pavani. You can speak. Okay. All right. I think that's the conclusion for today. We'll share the other assignment detail presentation as well as the tomorrow's code also once we are done. Uh, once we build the application tomorrow, please join with your laptops handy and start working, exploring the world of generative AI. Thank you, guys. You also unmute.
Sorry. See you all in day 2 of our Gen A engineering workshop, free today power session. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.